Right, peeps. In this update, I want to talk about 2017 car pack that I want to drop up somewhere around New Year's, hopefully. It's not going to have all the 25 cars, obviously. I'm shooting for about, let's say, 6 to 7 different cars that are going to range from 2-speed transmissions to 6-speed transmissions. They're going to range from 4 cylinders all the way to this 12-cylinder Ferrari. On power, it's as low as 106 on the Civic and as high as this 750 horsepower Ferrari right here. I want to talk about this car a little bit. In the process of making it, and I got quite interesting results for those that are interested in physics editing. Okay, this is the mem file of the engine. All the engines on all the cars, on all the physics being changed to the same one. So no matter what physics you choose, it's gonna drive like this Ferrari prototype on all 4 physics. This is just a compromise, so people don't have to flip-flop cars back and forth between the physics types. Anyway, let me browse through it briefly. We're making maximum torque, I believe, no, maximum horsepower and 10,500 RPMs. Redline, NASCAR style, plus minus about 300 RPM, runs to about 1080. But for those of you that are editing the physics, I want to tell you that first time I input these numbers, they would crash the game. That's what's interesting. I've noticed before a couple of times similar things were happening, but this is really weird. So every time I would hit drive, the game would crash. So I dropped these numbers, this guy and this guy. I dropped it 1,000 to 9.5 and like 10.3 or something, and the game started going normal. And I took a few laps around, and then I started coming back up with numbers to see where the limit of the game would be. Kinda to see like what's the maximum value you can input before it starts crashing. And surprisingly, I got all the way up back to my original numbers that crashed the game at 1050 and 1080, and it's not crashing, it's fine. So it's a very weird so to say phenomena that happened. I'm keeping an eye out on it, but anyway, this is for most of you that are more technically advanced with this. This is really weird about what happened, and I've noticed similar clues, something like that before happening, but I didn't pay attention to them that much. Anyway, we got realistic beep map here, realistic RPM, realistic stroke, really short stroker right here, 287 cubic inches, 12-cylinder engine. Nobody has ever changed it to 4, 6, 8, 10. It's always been 8 cylinders on all the edits that I've seen. Like, this is ridiculousness what we're seeing right here. Nobody has ever gone to this. 3 intake valves per cylinder. Yes, this is one of those rare times in a cylinder head where you have 5 valves per cylinder and 3 intake valves. Like, these numbers are crazy, and the fact that it still works just amazes me more than anything. I had to guess the size of the intake valve because I could not find it anywhere. So this will be adjusted to a proper intake size. Then horsepower, red line, everything up to here, 6-speed transmission, everything that I found besides the intake valve size is accurate to the F50 GT1 Ferrari, whatever the super fast car that we got. The only things that I guessed is the maximum torque RPM and the initial torque that it takes off. I just took a NASCAR torque number because we're dealing with approximate beat maps, like BMAP values right here at 201. It's kind of like the CTS GNS engine type of thing. I just guessed this one and the maximum torque. As soon as I could find a torque curve online, like a legit picture of the torque curve from the dyno that this Ferrari produces, I will correct these numbers to the correct ones. But for now, I just took something from my experience that might work or might not work actually. But anyway, let's go for a test drive in this next video. I hope somewhat somebody got any useful info out of this, but yeah, I doubt that. But anyway, in Ferrari, this is what's happening. I got all the tech info copy pasted as much as I could find. The torque curve is off of a Civic. I need to replace it. It's just a blank. I need to find a realistic one for this car, and then I'll correct all the values to the proper digits. But until then, probably in the next few videos, I'll show you how it drives, obviously in the next one. but I'll make another car with you step by step. That'll be probably car number 6. We'll choose a car and we'll make one out of those 25, like step by step. I'll show you how I do it, so any of you could take over any of these projects and kind of finish it off yourself, change values, do whatever you kind of want with them, or make your own car, anything that you want, anything that you can find specs on the internet for. For now, I'll kill it right here to make it 2 separate videos. In the next one, we'll go for a little test drive and I'll show you what I've gotten with this V12 fucking crazy 750 horsepower crazy revving engine that didn't want to input those and work with those values initially, but somehow it's not crashing the game anymore. So we got as high as 18 not 18, 10,800 RPMs. That's our as high as I've gotten so far. I'm gonna do more engine experiments and see how it's gonna go and how high we could rev those engines, but Formula 1 cars at 22,000 RPMs might not be possible at this point. But anyway, peace. Watch the next one for the test drive if you watch this one till the end. Bye bye.